In 2008, it was estimated that 13.2% of the United States population was living under the poverty level. That is up from 13% in 2007. Also in 2007, 18% of all children ages 0 to 17 lived in poverty, an increase from 17% in 2006. These numbers have only been increasing since 2001, and there is no evidence to their decline. Although the debate of why poverty exists continues to bleed through our society, it is more important to focus on ways people can overcome it. Our society believes in various family assistance programs that are working to help people overcome poverty, such as Head Start, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and the Total Action Against Poverty Agency. But are these programs really changing the lives of the people that are participating in them? Or are families just learning to conform into a dependent lifestyle? The depth of poverty is so dynamic that it cannot be looked at through one specific approach. But education is a common ground that all disciplines can fall upon when trying to find a solution to this natural phenomenon.
The worldwide tragedy of poverty must be tackled in a way that changes the behaviors and thought processes of the ones who are challenged by it. The family system and how it implements education should be the main focus for the solution to this problem. A child's well-being and future accomplishments are more often than not directly related to their parents' economic circumstances. Similar to a natural science approach, in order to lower poverty statistics and begin putting a stop to this cycle for future generations, we must first examine the structure of these programs, but also their assistance in changing the behaviors and thought processes of low-income families. For example, the Head Start program has a vision that sees vulnerable children becoming successful and breaking free from the bondage of poverty. But is this the reality of what is occurring inside the program? Do the teachers have positive attitudes about learning? Do they encourage their students to do the same? Likewise, is this program and others similar to it achieving the goals that they are originally founded upon? According to Sigmund Freud, a child's behavior is based on the concept of unconscious thoughts and how they relate to the experiences surrounding them. Psychoanalysis will reveal that if a child constantly sees unproductive and dependent parents and or teachers, they will unconsciously pick up on those behaviors and ultimately follow in the same footsteps. The only way that Head Start can change the patterns of these children's lives is if it is working diligently to change the behaviors and attitudes that most of them are seeing at home. Piaget's concept of information processing could also bring success in diminishing the cycle of poverty. How do these kids come to a conclusion to a problem? The ideas that are placed in their heads at a young age will continue to affect their performance into adulthood. If a child has a thought process that consists of being lazy and unmotivated, they must have a school foundation that proves otherwise, so that their behavior will change. Parents' thought processes must also be examined and challenged. Since parents are the establishment of a home, programs must find the importance in changing their behaviors as well. Aiding families financially cannot solely be the solution to poverty. The only way families will make any progress in conquering poverty is if our assistance programs are educating them on the dynamics of poverty and encouraging them to desire a day without it. Thought processes and beliefs must change so that behaviors can begin pulling families into a financially stable lifestyle.
Art and art history helps people to unravel the complexities of a characteristically human activity. The expression theory of art, by definition, says that art is only art if you react to it in some way. Relating the art to the problem at hand, the Family Assistance Program only works if you react to it. The individual or family participating in the program notices a change and acts upon that change to better themselves. This theory could be used to find out whether the people participating in the family assistance programs are settling in their low-income lifestyle or if they are being encouraged to get out. The method of iconography considers the meaning of the subject matter apart from its form. This method uses connoisseurship. Connoisseurship is the acquisition of first-hand experience of works of art with the intent of identifying styles and establishing sources of influence and judging their quality. Iconography would use the first-hand experience of the family assistance programs to identify their styles and methods of trying to help these people and to judge their quality against the families who participate to see if they are good enough to be used as family assistance programs. The families in the programs should also be studied. They should be identified as to what level of poverty they are on and what brought them into poverty. This would help in evaluating what programs will be best for them. The people participating in these programs should be educated in the program and what methods and strategies they are using to help them overcome poverty. Education is key for trying to help people out of poverty. Education both of the people and of the programs. Each program should get to know the families participating personally and have different approaches they take. No two families in poverty are the same. Each come from a different background and each has a different reason for why they are in poverty. The families should also be educated on what the programs they are participating in does and what they should expect from these programs. They should know that with only the programs, they will not get out of poverty. These families need to also try and help themselves. Poverty is a much larger problem than many people understand, and it is only with multiple points of view that poverty can be attempted to be solved.
What is the meaning of family assistance programs? Though these programs have good intentions, it all depends on the families that participate. Families perceive this help as the only reliable source. Many families take advantage of these programs as to live in that manner for the rest of time. Taking advantage of the program's aid, according to philosophy, would fall under determinism or one's free will to do what they feel is right. Like natural sciences, logic would reason that because they are financially supported now, then they will be supported later. If they receive the aid, then they don't have the motivation to do something on their own. They get every necessary thing with these programs, so why do anything more? They do not think beyond the help because it is non-existent. Living with the aid gives them a fallback to continue their lifestyle they have been adapted to. Their responsibilities have dwindled down to just getting things from the aid. No existentialism ideas are integrated to give them the will to choose different decisions. At times, money is not the only aid they receive. Head Start is one of the few programs that indirectly help the breadwinner. Focusing on the children of the future, they are taken care of, but do parents know what the actual goals to the programs are? The only information these families receive is just the money, or in this case, a daycare. Goals need to be clearly stated and reminded of to those on support for them to know what to expect and for their responsibilities to be met. Like, where is the knowledge on how to manage money? These programs intend to educate these families to a better life, but when the only knowledge they are receiving is degree knowledge, their goals are deficient. In the end, educating is the key to success.
How would a mathematician apply their knowledge and beliefs to answering the following questions? Are these family assistance programs helping or hurting the people in poverty? Are these people progressing or standing still? And if so, why? From a mathematician's point of view, this is not an easy question to answer, but there are still ways they would go about attempting to do so. Math is a discipline of the natural sciences, so above all, mathematicians believe humanity is a subject to the forces of laws and nature. Amongst natural scientists, mathematicians are concerned with structured systems and order within those systems. They seek to explain the existence of ordered systems and to understand the variables that maintain and disrupt their order. Mathematicians are also interested in the logic of numbers, statistics, and mathematical modeling. Mathematical truths are numerical abstractions that are discovered through logic and reasoning. They also believe that these truths exist independently of our lack or ability to find them, and they do not change. Key concepts include, but are not limited to, probability, variables, and sets.